Don't call my name. Don't call my name. Alejandro. Big up to everyone, man. I've been bumping that song since yesterday. We're gonna bump it for the rest of the day too. We're gonna bump it until that transfer goes through. But yeah, welcome back. Big up to everyone. Welcome back to episode number 4 of the Stretford Chronicles that we do every single Friday. This is basically a show that we talk about where we talk about everything Manchester United related, and that's everything from Monday to Friday, everything throughout the week. So that's the game, transfer news, all of that good stuff. Obviously, we didn't do a match reaction on the channel for the Rangers game, so that will be one of the main topics for today that we will discuss. And then we're also going to continue to discuss the transfer news with Garnacho, Patrick Dorgu, any other things that we are hearing about it, the Rashford stuff. All of those things will be discussed as per. And yeah, make sure you guys are running up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I am not by myself today. I do have 2 special guests. One of them might be joining a little bit later, but the other one is here today. Let me quickly show some love to the chat real quick before we do introduce him on the channel. Big up to CMO Editing. Connor, shout out to you, bro. He says big up Sheik. Smash the likes, people. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, CMO Editing. He does a lot of stuff where basically teaches people on how to make thumbnails and editing and all that type of stuff. So I kind of learned a little bit from that myself, but shout out to him every single time. And he's also an Arsenal fan who's normally on TJ's channel for match reactions and all these different type of shows. So make sure you guys go show some love to Connor and CMO Editing, and make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. And then also make sure you guys do leave a like on this video too, because we're gonna cook. We're gonna get into a lot of things. Man Like Grim is here, volume 4. We are here, people. Smash the like button and flirt with it like it's a new date. Facts, bro. Facts. It's I don't, the only form of payment that I take on this channel is engagement. So whether it's subscribing, whether it's liking the video, all of that good stuff. Definitely leave a like if you can and subscribe. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. The ultimate goal is that 1,000 that we're getting to, slowly getting to, but we are getting to it. So appreciate all the support so far from every single person on the channel. That is my co-panelists, people in the chat. You guys for real be supporting so much. And yeah, man, your support definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So 100%. Let's go ahead and introduce our panelist. He's making his debut on the channel and also his debut on YouTube itself. He's also a very, very big supporter of the channel too. So I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart as well. So Man Like Lucien is here. Shout out to you, Lucien. What you saying, bro? Welcome on the channel. Welcome to Stretford Chronicles episode number 4. How you doing today, bro? How you doing today?
Big up, my G. I'm doing good, man. Apart from this dusty team pissing me off here, I'm blessed, my bro. Yeah, I big
Nah,
up
I
the
hear you.
chat, big up the chat. Make sure you man smash the like. I got my
Hey,
family watching downstairs on the big screen, so I got the people
let's
them
go,
supporting.
man. Let's
Yeah,
go,
but
man.
we
I
we good,
appreciate that
man.
for real. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
and
go,
one
man. He's
and
going.
one more thing,
Yeah. Go on.
yeah. In this moment, I just feel so alive.
I just
I
feel
do
so
youth,
alive.
man.
Alive.
Man,
Alive. Hey, yeah, man. Hey,
Ganacho.
put the hands in the chat. Let's go. Let's get the hands in the chat, man. In this moment, I just feel so alive. Alive. Let's go, man. That's fire. I love that. I love that people are picking that up too. But yeah, Grim Martinez. Warrior J says, Lucian, don't make me hate you, bro. Nah, man, you can never hate us. You can never hate us. Don't hate
Good, let
I
me see
always say this. Don't hate the
some
player,
wins in
hate
the
the game.
chat, man.
Yeah, man. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I always say that, man, Warrior J. But shout out to you every single time. We got he also said you made me hate
Big
the
up.
Lady Gaga song, but big up Chic. Leave a like for the video. You already know, man. I know I'm sorry I'm trying to ruin all these songs for you, but it is what it is, man. Agenda's gotta adjust. So it is what it is. Big up to Stop Making Sense. He says, big up Chic. How are you? I am doing absolutely great besides football. Football could be a lot better, to be honest, but I am doing absolutely great besides football. And I hope you are doing very well on this lovely Friday as well. Big up to Will. He says, morning, mate. Morning to you, brother. Big up to Spooby. He says big up Chic and Lucian. Shout out to Spooby every single time. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel too. He's a regular on the Mud Brothers show. And yeah, big up to Graham. He put the head. He says, but big up Lucian for his debut on the channel every single time, man. Every single time. You say you're saying it's lagging a little bit for you. Just try to drop in and drop out. See if that helps you. But no worries, no issues. But yeah, so let's pretty much get into
Yeah, I don't know if it's my end, but I don't know.
chat. Will let us know. Chat. Is it are is
Maybe
it
if
am
I
I
maybe if I
lagging?
refresh it might fix it.
Yeah, 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 try it. Refresh it and see if it'll fix it. No worries though. No issues, bro. No issues. Big up to Abs. He says, large up my dark sheik. Don't, Chad, don't fall for his corporate voice. This guy's dangerous when it comes to. I know. Usually, yeah, I know. We had that conversation in the group chat. That's the thing, though. I don't even be trying to do that, though, bro. Like that's really the thing. I don't even be trying to do that. I think that's just the way that I talk. And the funny thing is that a lot of the people that I talk to outside of like content creating and stuff like that, they tell me the same thing. They tell me that I'm so monotone when it comes to conversations. But big up to Abs every single time, man. He was on Lewis's stream yesterday. Him and CP were going at it yesterday. So yeah, definitely check that clip out if you can on Lewis's channel. But shout out to Abs every single time, man, for supporting the channel every single time. But cool. Lucian will be back. He's just fixing his like connection and stuff like that. He'll be back pretty soon. But let's get into it. Um, seeing got hooked. No man, no man. He's going to be back. Big up to Casper every single time. That's bro. He also someone who'll be supporting all the time, man. Big up to you every single time. Everything good, Lucian? Chilling? I think it might still be lagging. No worries. But yeah, let's get into the video. First topic of discussion, obviously the Rangers game. United did beat Rangers 2-1 yesterday with goals from Bruno Fernandes and an own goal from Jack Butland. Before you're lacking Lucy out for the songs, I hear it, man. But yeah, United did beat Rangers yesterday 2-1. In terms of the game, a little bit better than normally what we display, but I think it's
Touch me on
also
my
due.
debut, you know.
No, you good. Is it chill? Can you hear me? Are you still lagging a little bit, or is it good? Let me know.
Yeah, it's still lagging a
It's still
bit.
lagging.
But
Let me see what it is. Let me see if I can try to fix it.
I'll try and push from and it's come.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No worries, bro. But yeah. So yesterday's game, obviously 2-1. As I'm talking about it,
Yeah.
a little bit better than normal performances in terms of the creation, the chance creation that we had. But let's not forget, and I'm not going to sit here and praise this team for that, for facing a side like Rangers. I mean, to be honest, we should be beating them comfortably. We should be the fact that we did create those chances was good, but obviously the finishing, the players who got those chances, those conversations are always there. Goals from the first goal that we scored was obviously from Jack Butland, that own goal, howler, absolute howler. I think he tried to punch the ball out, but he basically just kind of like mistimed it, and then it goes into the back of the net. Basically, an own goal by Jack Butland. Even before that, I thought he was having a good game in terms of his team and in terms of how he plays. There were a couple of saves that he made. We had some chances too. I think that Aman chance in the beginning, Delict scored a goal, which was ruled off, which I don't understand at all because I thought that was the most weakest foul that I've ever seen. To be honest, one of the softest and weakest fouls. But yeah, at that point, we looked like the much better team. We were creating chances. It was just the fact that we weren't able to finish. Lineup wise, I was happy with it. Good to see Bindier get some time and get rotation in terms of in place of Onana, of course. And yeah, also it's just changes needed to be made. Rotations were always going to be there. And yeah, that's basically it. I think the team, I think we started with who did we start? Let me pull up the lineup real quick because I can't really think about it. But yeah, let me pull up the lineup real quick versus Rangers. Cool. So we had Binder in goal, Euro started, Delict, Martinez in the back, Diallo, Toby Collier was given a chance to start in the game as well, with Bruno Fernandes in the pivot. Diogo Dallo was back at it in that left wing back position. Christian Eriksen, Alejandro Garnacho, and Joshua Zirkzee were our front three. Good to see Christian Eriksen in the 10. I'm not going to lie, because that's something that we've actually been asking for in terms of changing things around. So like he's been using pretty much the same team for most of the time, but we wanted to see some sort of change. We wanted to see some sort of, adaptation, try some different things, and that's what he did. And I have to honestly applaud him for that, because we know our previous manager would have kept it the same way. And the fact that he's trying different things out for different games is a good sign. And I can see that he's trying to make things work. But Christian Eriksen in the 10 was good yesterday. Bruno in the pivot, we already know Bruno in the pivot. We don't like it. We don't like Bruno anywhere on the pitch. Let's just be honest. Be it a striker, a 10, a pivot, a defender, a goalkeeper, he needs to be on the bench. And that's something that we've always been saying. So yeah, good to see that lineup. Toby Collier is another one too. I think his role and in terms of what he does is very similar to Ugarte. So when you don't have Ugarte playing every single game and when you need to rotate, it's good to see that we have someone like Toby Collier in the team who could do that. Let me show some love to the chat real quick. I see that we got rated by Flawless. Shout out to Flawless every single time. He says big up Sheet. Shouts to the panel. Big up to you, Flawless, every single time for the raid, bro. Really, really appreciate it. I know you guys did come from there, but anyone who was here in the channel before we got rated, go ahead and subscribe to Flawless's channel if you haven't already. I don't know what you guys are doing if you haven't done that already, but go show some support to all of us. Really love that. Appreciate the raid every single time, Flawless. Let's see. Rangers win isn't for everyone, I guess. I can't lie. Ineos might be cooking if they get Garnacho sold for 60 M's. We'll give our thoughts later on that in the video because I actually asked Flawless about that too. And my thoughts really haven't changed as much, although I will say that if they do pull that off, yeah, it's something definitely to, give them credit for, because I'm very critical of them and I've been very critical of them in their time here so far as well. So let's see if that does happen because it's still a very, very big if. I know I've been going around and distributing this Kool-Aid, distributing that Lady Gaga song if you haven't heard it, but all of that sounds great, but I'll look like an idiot if he doesn't transfer. And I know everyone's gonna cook me. I was on Lewis's channel yesterday. It was like 9 Chelsea fans and 1 United fan, which was me. And I was doing all this prop yesterday. And if it doesn't go through, I know they're gonna bro. They're pre-pause. They're gonna come for me and they're gonna look for me and they're gonna cook me, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, Rangers win isn't for everyone. Viva Garnacho, running down the wing and the shed sing. Viva Garnacho. Big up to Casper, man, every single time. Shout out to you. I'm just going to pronounce it as ITZ.
Hey, make it happen, bro. Please.
Yeah, bro. Make it happen
it's
for real.
Kitty.
It's Kitty.
Big up Kalanji in the chat, man.
Big up, man. He says, let's go, Lucy and Kid. Let's go, man. Let's go. Also, that Collier U is a baller. Yeah, man, I really like what I'm seeing so far from him in terms of performance. 100%. Definitely. Big up to Sai every single time. He says, Sarcasm City TV raid. Big up Sheik. Hit the like button. Yes, do that, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Show some love to me and Lucian while we are on the channel. Casper says Alejandro. But Bruno performed well against Arsenal and Liverpool. I know, man. This is things that I'm still looking for Z. Where are you at? Because we still need to have this conversation, fam. I'm still looking for you. So yeah, he ain't gonna show up because when Bruno has terrible games and stuff like that, he ain't gonna show up. And to be honest, like in terms of his standards, I didn't think Bruno had the best game yesterday. But he scored a goal, so I thought he would be here. But he's not here. Who knows? He might show up later, but we'll see. I'm still waiting to have this conversation with him, man. Flawless says, man, I got the Garnacho. Here we go. Picture. Bro, he knows. Lucian knows, man. Lucian understood.
Facts, bro. I have to. Yeah, bro.
Go on.
I have to bring that energy out in the world, bro. I have to make it into a reality.
Nah, I hear you.
Let me see Garnacho in that Chelsea kit, man. Let me see this man get relegated, bro. I swear to God, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go. But Lucian, let's go to you. So obviously this is your debut on the channel. A lot of people don't really know your thoughts about United and Ineos and all of those type of things so far. So we'll start off with that, and then you can give your thoughts on the game and yesterday's game and all that type of stuff too. Where do you stand when it comes to all of United? When it comes to Ineos? When it comes to Ruben Amorim, the manager? All of those type of things. Where do you stand on all of those type of things when it comes to that? Big up Sheik and Lucian. Big up Janine. I'm gonna pronounce it as Janine. Big up. Thank you for supporting on the channel. Lucian Kid is proactive is what he says.
Be a little deal. I'll be a little delay because I'm listening on my phone. But Ineos. I wish they could be a little faster. That's the only thing, because it's day 24 and it's like no signing. All my saying is we're interested in this, we're on the hunters, bro. Like real shit. We need wing backs, we need midfield, we need like 10s kind of, and we need a striker. But I'm not trying to see that Rasmus Højlund anymore, bro. I swear to God, if I see this shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. Maz not trying to see Bruno Fernandes anymore, bro. That guy is shit, bro. Man just be spamming long balls whole day and then score
Yeah,
goal and everyone's like,
hoofball.
like Bruno Fire, like fuck off, man. Like allow it,
Yeah,
man.
no, facts, man.
You know,
Facts. Hoofball all the time,
so
hoofball all the time.
yeah, we need some players, man. But the window is still open. We still got some time left, so fingers crossed, man.
Yeah, fingers crossed, 100%. In terms of the game yesterday, I know you were in the chat. You were watching the game with us as well. Your thoughts on the game? Did you think it was a good performance, a little bit better than what we normally see, or it's pretty much some of the same old? Because obviously, we went 1-0 up with that Jack Butland goal. I think after that, only until the 90th minute or a little bit less than that is where we conceded the equalizer, which was a stupid fucking goal. I can't lie, bro. That shit pissed me off so much because it's basics again. It's simple shit. One over the top ball, the players threw on goal, finish. That's it. And it was Maguire at fault for that. He also missed that chance where he had that header to make it 2-0. But yeah, your thoughts on the game itself? Were you happy with the performance or were you critical and you thought it was more of the same thing and of what we've normally been seeing with these players under Emirates? He's on a little bit of delay. People don't like because he's having a little bit of connectivity issues. So he's just on a little bit of delay. But we're going to wait and we're going to hear what he has to
Yeah,
say.
I'm just listening on my phone because it's
No
so
worries.
delayed. But yeah, the game yesterday is same old, man. Like sometimes I see that and I wonder, like, what the fuck is wrong with this man, bro? It's like
He's cutting out a little bit, but no
it's either
worries.
you man play shit and barely create chances, or come out and say like, like the mentality of the team is poor. It's like, and as my United fans, we know that for years. We know not for years.
Yeah, Rodgers got it said you won sadly.
We've seen this man go one, probably score like one goal, and then this man equalize, and then they capitulate again, and it's like, broski. Players they get into like good positions, like attacking positions, but it's like these men are so rubbish, man. This man, we need that open heart surgery still.
Yeah, we
Yeah, bro.
do.
We need
100%.
some players still, man. Because bro, like if you ask me, yeah, like even 3 years ago, if you ask me like would Man United be just 10 points above relegation zone in January, I'll be wondering what special drugs you got, bro. You get, so it's like I don't know, man. Like this man need to pattern up still. Like Ineos, I understand, like, yeah, they trying their best, they come through, the club's in a mess and all them thing there, but
Yeah,
all eyes on this man still. Like this man need to pull the weight. Like get some man on loan. Like you ain't gotta buy people. Like just get couple players on loan. Like Flawless said, like man could get, like you could buy one man and get two man on loan, and them type of thing. Like I see loads of clubs do
exactly.
it. That year that year under Conte, this man went in January and got Kulusevski and Benteke, and that changed the season. So why we need
Facts.
to
It's a
start doing
very good
stuff
point.
like that, man?
Yeah,
It's
100%.
annoying
No,
still, bro.
yeah, I agree with you, bro. 100% spot on. We can say here and bro, I'm just a kid who sits in California and sitting on his table in his room and I ain't no financial analyst. I ain't got like a suit and tie and I don't have any credentials when it comes to this football thing, but I can sit here and name so many different
Mm.
options, so many different profiles that I can identify. Why is it so hard for these guys to do it? And a lot of the conversations have been
Mm-hmm.
about, oh, we are cost cutting and we need to get rid of players and we need to do this and we need to do that. I hear it still, but it's not, it's a no brainer. You use, again, we're going to get into it. You can see Lucian's picture, Garnacho. Here we go to
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea. We're waiting for it. 60 million, use that money to invest into the squad. We clearly need players. I've been saying this. Our left hand side is non existent. Our left wing back, when Bruno plays on the left 10, terrible. We have no output normally when it comes from that side. Everything goes through Ahmad's side. A lot of the times when we need a goal, when we need to get back into the game, or we're even trying to score our first goal of the game, we go to Ahmad and we look to Ahmad. I haven't seen a time where our right hand side has been
Mm-hmm.
so dominant. I haven't seen a time where like right wingers at our club have never been like, yeah, right wingers at our club have never really gotten the energy like that, and we've never really been
Mm-hmm.
a side that attacks a lot from that right hand side. However, now once we have figured that out, why not give that same energy to the left hand side? Because we've been
Mm-hmm.
known for being a club that has had left wingers in the past, the likes of like Ronaldo, Nani, so many different players that we had in terms of left hand side. So that's the thing. It's more so that we need to kind of give that energy to the whole team, and it's very very important, and it's very very clear that this system that Ruben Amorim is trying to play is very profile based. We can tell this squad that we're getting right now, this squad that Ruben has to work with, is one of the worst squads. He was right when he said that. When he said that this is the worst Manchester United team that I have seen in a while, he's not wrong, because look at the past 2 years that this squad has gone through. Last year we had our worst ever Champions League finish. Last year we had one of our worst ever Premier League finishes. This season again, even though we had Ten Hag at the start of the season and we have managerial changes in between as well, we're still showing that this squad ain't good enough. This squad is literally a mid-table squad currently. We showed that last season. We're showing that this season. So I keep saying this all the time, that Ruben is working with miracles with this squad. Whatever he's trying to get in terms of output for the squad is miracles, because these guys are not even equipped for a back four. These guys are not even equipped for a back three. They've shown that they can't really play both these systems. As a team, we can sit here and we can talk about individual
Mm-hmm.
qualities every single day. We can. Shout out to Roxy. Roxy, she says, big up Chic TV and Lucid Kid, first time subscriber and listener. Like up the live, everyone. Really, really appreciate that every single time. Shout out to Roxy. Show some love to Roxy in the chat, people. Give her a great welcome. Yeah, so big up, big up, big up, big up. But yeah, going back to it, we've seen that we can talk about individual brilliances, all of that, but as a team, we are terrible, and it's clear. So signings are needed 100%. One player in that left hand side, be it a left wing back, be it a left 10, could improve us drastically, because like I said, all of our attacks go through that right hand side. So we'll see what we do in terms of business. Let's get actually a little bit into the transfer talk as well, since we are here. So the latest tweet that we did get from Fabrizio about Patrick Dorgu, because that is the player that we are currently being linked with, is I think we heard that our second bid got rejected. So let me have a look at this real quick. I'll pull up the tweet on the screen as well. Let me see what they said. Here it is. Cool. So guys are hella funny going on Rodri versus Busquets in the chat, for so long. But yeah, so Fabrizio tweeted about I'd say like 40 minutes ago. Yeah, about 40 minutes ago. Lecce board insists on 40 million package for Patrick Dorgu to Manchester United, or he won't be allowed to leave in January. The Italian club hopes to keep the player until the summer unless
Jeez,
valuation is
40
met.
million now. This man won.
Manchester United's second approach, not enough to get it done so far. This is what I would say to that. Flawless on his show just before this, his solo Q&A, he did the math, and I guess 40 million euros is around 33 million pounds. Bro, what are we waiting for? Get the deal done. 33 million pounds is cool, especially if we end up getting the sale of Garnacho through. That is so much money that we have at our disposal to basically invest into the squad. And Patrick Dorgu, if we talk about profile of his player, this is a guy who can play both sides of the flanks. This is a guy who has physicality. This is a guy who has that pace, something that we actually have been lacking in our team, that physicality, that pace, that presence. Because a lot of talks have been basically comparing him and Alvaro Fernandez, who's another player that we basically let go last season. But after his game against Barcelona with Benfica, the talks have basically come on for Alvaro Fernandez again. There's a buyback clause that we put into his contract, which is around, I think, 16 to 18 million. And he is someone who could play in that wingback role too. But the differences between Patrick Dorgu and Alvaro Fernandez is that Alvaro Fernandez, I think, is in terms of attacking threat, I think he's better. In terms of positional awareness, I think he's better. The only thing that he lacks in is that physicality and is that pace. And Patrick Dorgu is someone who would provide us that. I think Alvaro Fernandez, in terms of where he's playing right now too, and where he's playing in terms of the league and the competitions, obviously him being in the Champions League, a lot more equipped, a lot more experienced in those bigger games that I would say. Patrick Dorgu, I believe, is only 20 years old, and he's someone who's just come under the limelight. So a move like this, I know would be, massive pressure on him, and it would be a big move for him. However, when you go to any club like this, doesn't have to be Manchester United. It could be Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, even Villa for the likes of it, even Newcastle for the likes of it. The pressure is always going to be there, and you have to step up. And those are one of those type of things where I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, Ruben Amorim has identified this profile because I know he's part of this. The short list was created when Ruben Amorim joined, so make this deal happen. What are we waiting for? It's a no-brainer. 33 million, considering all the deals that we've done so far in the summer and all the deals that we've done in the past, like Hoyland, Anthony, all of those type of things. Those are deals that you can look at and be like, what were we thinking in those? But these deals you have to look at and be like, why are we taking so long? Those are the questions that we have to ask, because I can already tell you that Patrick Dorgu being in his team, one, means that we don't have to see Diogo Dallo on that left hand side, and I already know for a fact that anything that Dorgu does on the pitch will be better than what Diogo Dallo is providing to us. Forget about yesterday's game, because yesterday's game still a little bit better than his normal games. But then again, if I were to rate it, his normal games are like a 1 out of 10. Yesterday was a 2 out of 10. So that's what I'm basically going to say about that. But in terms of that, really, Patrick Dorgu will provide us more on that left hand side than the Diogo Dallo currently is. So I already can say that this is a massive, massive improvement. Secondly, the price tag. The price tag is only 33 million pounds, is what we're hearing. Get it done, because if this deal doesn't work out, that potential thing that we have to him, or the fact that he's still a lot young, we could still try to sell him for that same amount of money. It's not like we're having a loss on this type of signing. So get it done. I really don't understand why we're not able to meet this sort of valuation. I know Lecce are going to insist on a certain price, and that's where we have hired all these people that we have hired to not get scammed by teams like we have in the past, to actually make us the A side in the negotiations. That's something that I wanted to see as a change. And I've applauded Ineos for their business in the summer. Me personally, I gave them a 5 out of 10 for that transfer window, solely based off of the fact that I felt that certain positions weren't addressed. But in terms of the signings that we made, price tag was good. Delict. Delict and Mazraoui, I think, were a total of like up to maybe 45 to 50 million, something like that. Good signings. 25 to, I think, whatever we paid. I think Mazraoui was like 12 million or 13 million, something like that. And then Diogo Dallo was the rest. So good signings. So Xerxes, good signings. We didn't pay too much for him. And clearly we can say right now that he is our striker. He needs to start every single game because Rasmus Højlund just ate it. So again, these are things that we quote unquote signed. These are quote unquote things that we did in terms of getting right personnel in, getting the right structure in, so that we can improve on making decisions at the club. But that's what I want to see. So we have to continue that. It's not this type of thing where we're back to getting scammed in the way that we do. So we'll see. We'll see. Casper says signing back the Benfica left back could be a good option. Don't know if you talked about it. Yeah, I just referred to it. That's another thing too. You know what the craziest thing about that is, Casper, is that if we end up getting Garnacho sold to Chelsea for 60 M's, whatever the price tag is, right? Which, by the way, is the same price tag for what Cuaro was sold, the Napoli winger, to PSG, which is crazy because there's completely two different levels in terms of the player. But if we end up getting him sold for that price tag, we can afford Dorgu, and we can afford Dorgu, and we can afford Alvaro Fernandez both in this transfer window. Alvaro Fernandez will cost 18 million. We have a buyback clause. The whole reason why we put the buyback clause was for this, because we know that if his potential went up, Glazers do that if its potential went up, there could be an opportunity for us to try to get him into the future, and that's what we've basically done. So it is what it is. But yeah, and to answer your question, Casper, to your point, we have to we could get both of them. We honestly could. We could get both of them. So we'll see. A couple more comments I'll get to before we hear Lucian's thoughts about everything. Michelle says, I don't rate Dorgu, but if he comes, I'm going to back him and trust Amorim. One of those type of things for sure where I don't think a lot of us have watched a lot about Dorgu, and I know it's one of those type of signings where me personally, I'll put my hand up and say I haven't really watched a lot of Dorgu myself, because I didn't really hear or I'm not like I didn't really watch any of his games, and if I'm being completely honest, I just started watching comps and hearing more a lot about him after we got linked to him. But there's guys like Kaneki, there's guys like Jez, there's guys like Steve on Strasburg Steve. Shout out to Strasburg Steve. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. They've been talking about this type of player for years. They've been talking about this type of profile for years. The moment Amarim came into the door, Kaneki made a very good point on we should try to get profiles like this because this is what we need. A lot of our attacks are wingback. That we really put a lot of emphasis on our wingbacks more than the tens because the wingbacks are the one who are going up and down the field. So we require a lot of pace, power, the physicality, all of those type of things. Now, to answer your question, Michelle, he kind of fits that profile. He fits that profile of what Ruben Amorim is looking for as a wingback. However, pressure of Man United is different. The league is completely different. We've seen different players from that league come to the Premier League and often struggle sometimes. So that's really it. We have to see how this whole thing's going to work out. But to your point, I completely agree with the end. I'm going to back him and I'm going to trust Amorim because I did the same thing for Ten Hag and I did the same thing for all the managers that have come into this club. So I kind of have to give the same energy to everyone. However, I've been saying this too. If this whole Ruben Amorim thing doesn't work out next season and we're kind of still in the same rut of form and in the same position in the table, then yes, a lot of questions will be asked. And a lot of questions will be asked to the manager and the manager himself, because then you don't have any excuses of he doesn't have his players, he doesn't have his profiles, all of those type of things. So we just wait and watch. But the most important thing is let's get him into the club because that's what we need to do currently. We need to get players. We've already loaned out Anthony. Rashford is on the verge of leaving. Garnacho looks like he's on the verge of leaving to Chelsea as well. So that's three players that are gone from our already thin squad. So that's just making things worse for us. Forget about the fact if we rate them or not. It's just simply about having players on the bench. We're not going to have them because that's now three attackers, if anything. Three attackers who are now might be leaving the club. And let's also be honest too. Maybe not so Garnacho, but Anthony was playing as a wingback. So not only are we replacing an attacker, but we're also replacing a wingback option. So we need wingbacks into the club. I can't specify this more than enough. So we'll see. Some more questions, but before we actually get to the question, stop making sense. I'm gonna get to your question next. Let's get Lucian's thoughts on this. Lucian, have you been watching Patrick
Yeah,
Dorgu? Have you
bro.
heard about it?
I
All of those type of things.
like you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
I think he's cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
This lagging thing is pissing me off. You know,
Don't worry, bro.
this
Don't
lagging
worry,
thing
bro.
is pissing me off. But yeah, G,
Don't worry about it,
like
bro.
just like you, I haven't watched any games of him. I seen couple comps and he looks good on the ball. Looks like he have a little skill. You know, he could take care of the ball, but you know when you come to Man United, yeah, it's a different kettle of fish. So I don't know, man. He looks like a good player. Run him, run me that player, bro. Man can't do worse than fucking Dalo, bro. 'Cause that guy is awful, man. Like I never
That's
rated
the
him in the
point, bro.
first place. At right back,
That's the
left
point.
back, like I don't care, bro. Like that guy is rubbish. You know, like sometimes he could have a little decent game, but I want my team to be challenging for the league, and I don't think he could do that. So like, yeah, run me that young youth still. Like you know, you could come through. He ain't gonna do worse than Dalo and this man we got there. So run me the thing, man. The man are
Yeah,
taking ages,
100%.
bro. Like what's going on, man? It's already month end. Like what on, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of the conversations also have been about, like we need to get rid of players before we try to sign them and all of those type of things. I hear it. Trust me, I hear it. But I think the most important thing, and also to show Ineos or to show Ruben Amorim that Ineos are backing him, we need to get these players in. We need to get these profiles in ASAP because right now we're going into the latter stages of the season. We're going basically into the second half of the season after yesterday's win, looks like we are going to advance into the Europa League, be it a playoff match or be it in those playoff spots where we go straight into the round of 16. So our squad, like I said, is getting thinner and thinner. Anthony's already gone. I think Rashford is eventually going to leave as well. So we have to basically get these players in. We need these profiles in. So the most important thing, I know getting rid of these players is important. Trust me. I've been saying this from time. We need to get rid of Antony. We need to get rid of Rashford. Garnacho needs to go. There's also Bruno, who needs to eventually be phased out of this team. There's a lot of them that need to go. However, it's as important to get these players in too, because we've seen we're currently in this position that we are in the table, be it 12th or 13th, wherever we are, because of the fact that of the squad that we currently have. So that's it. We need to basically get profiles in. Does Lecce play a back five? And I also heard a question about what's his nationality. Let me have a look at this real quick. Patrick Dorgu. 1 second. 1 second, people.
Before you continue, Chick. Hey, Grim, stop trying and sell man your dusty players, bro. No one wants your donkey Kai Havertz, bro. You get me? Stop trying and sell man your dusty players. If you have to run me one of your ballers here, run me man like Odegaard and Saka, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, or you can run me Gabriel. But man, don't want one of them other dead ballers you got at your team, bro.
I hear you. Yeah, bro. Hey, Grim, hold that, fam. Grim, hold that, fam. Look at this. He's saying, tell Lucian I got that Kai Havertz care package in. Hey, we don't need that care package and all that stuff, okay? You keep that care package with you. By the way,
Facts,
actually,
bro.
we have a care package coming for you, Grim. You know, we have one. We have one player that could help you in that front three. You know, talking about him. Here we go. But yeah, do you also want to welcome our second guest who's on the channel today? I think her camera's off, but I think she should be ready. But yes, Sunshine is in the building. Big up to Sunshine. How are you doing today, Sunshine? How are you today? You're muted. You're muted.
Stinker and hooked. Sorry.
No,
yes.
You're good. You're good. Big up to Sunshine. Welcome to the
Thanks
channel.
for having me. I wish I could have been here the whole time, but you know,
no worries.
Work's gonna work. But what did I miss? What are we talking about?
So we're basically just talking about, obviously, our transfer stuff. We gave our thoughts on the game. So we'll actually start off with you because you just joined. Your thoughts on the game yesterday, the Rangers game, obviously us winning 2-1. I didn't do a match reaction myself, so I thought this would be the best time to kind of talk about the game itself. But we went 2-1. Me personally, I thought it was a little bit of a better performance than our normal games in terms of chance creation, but the problems were still there. Like us in front of goal, I just don't get it why we can't finish sometimes. Garnacho himself had a bunch of sitters that he missed. But yeah, overall thoughts on the performance. Obviously, we win. Well, I think we're kind of in pole position to reach the top 9 of the Europa League. It's just down to that last game, and I think a draw even might be sufficient for us to be in that round of 16. But yeah, Sunshine, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, again, thanks for having me, and be sure everyone to like and subscribe to Chic TV. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. So I was obviously very happy for 3 points. I wanted 3 points. I didn't want to draw. Obviously, I didn't want to lose. So it was good to see that we won. I will agree with you in the fact that our inability to score is disheartening at times. But we knew this, and it's something that we've talked about not just last year, but all of this year. So that it's not surprising in that sense. I would say I was happy in the fact that I feel like I appreciate Amarim is trying to, or is willing to, use people in different roles to see what works. I think his willingness to be open to maybe not start somebody, put them in a position, put Eriksen in the 10, seeing him do that, I appreciate, because with Erik ten Hag, obviously we know he was sometimes very stubborn. And so for me, that's great. And seeing Eriksen in the 10, I think him, Bruno, and Ahmad worked really well together at points. Yeah. Obviously, we missed some opportunities. Ahmad had the opportunity in the first half, but I saw some good things there. I don't know necessarily if Eriksen and Garnacho work together. Obviously, we know Garnacho's not my favorite player. And Xerxes, it's hard. It's hard to put these players, especially Xerxes, who's not like a
out and out striker, you would say.
Right. He's not like, I'm gonna score. Like he's more 10-like, you know, in terms of the linked up play.
9.5, as we like to say, a 9.5. Right. He's in between a 9 and a 10, basically, like a false 9 and a 10. Yeah.
So until we get those players that fit those roles, like, and not putting Dallo in a left wing back as well, it's gonna look messy. It's not gonna look good every single match. But it's if the team and Amarim's willing to always find the puzzle piece that works for that game. Until we can get players that fit. So am I happy with the win? Yes. Are there things to work on? Absolutely. Are we playing really well? I would say no. Um,
It's still very
but it's finding a way to
it's a
get it done.
headache.
You know,
Yes, definitely. Definitely. We're still finding a way to get done, which is most important. But we were getting into transfer talk, so I don't know if you've heard, but our second bid to Lecce for Patrick Dorgu got rejected. So we still haven't met their valuation yet. So we're still, I guess, working on that. Obviously, outgoings are still a thing too. Like bro, this whole the fact that Garnacho the Chelsea kind of died down today is pissing me off because we need that talk again. But I'm waiting for that bid. I'm just
Keep the
waiting for
energy,
that
Sheik. Keep
bid.
the energy, Sheik. It's there,
No,
man.
that's
You just
true.
have to
Yeah, you're
manifest
right.
it,
You're
bro.
right. I
You
do
have to
respect that. You
manifest
are
it,
right.
bro.
You're
Just
right.
keep the
I'm
faith,
going
man.
to. You are right. You are right. I'm going to continue playing Alejandro by Lady Gaga today when I go to work. All day today.
Mm-hmm.
All that type of stuff. We're going to slap that song 24/7 today. So I hear it. But Sunshine, your thoughts on our transfer stuff? Are just our transfer news? Obviously, me and Lucien were both saying that we 100% need players, right?
absolutely.
There are some deals that we can even look at. For example, Alvaro Fernandez. I'm not sure if you watched the Benfica Barcelona game, but he had a very, very good game. Like he was doing very, very well, despite obviously Benfica losing. And we have a buyback clause. We put a buyback clause in his contract, which means we can buy him back for around 16 to 18 million. So it's a no-brainer for me, to be honest. I've been saying we should use this Garnacho money if we end up selling him to get both of these guys, get Patrick Dorgu and get Alvaro Fernandez. And that's two wing backs that we've added to our club for the rest of our season. And we need wing backs. I think for me, the
Attacking
biggest
ones.
attacking ones too. Yeah. Well, biggest priority, to be honest, for me personally, is wing backs. Like 10's cool because we need 10s as well. To be honest, we need a little bit of everything. But I think in terms of our season being better and us trying to turn things around and us potentially going into some run of form could help a lot with the wingbacks because Dallo ain't good enough, clearly. Whoever he plays with on that left-hand side, normally it's Bruno, ain't good enough either. The fact that I don't know if we're going to see Eriksson a lot in that yes, we saw him yesterday, but I don't know if we're going to see him
in the
a lot
Prem. I don't know.
Yeah, in the Prem too. So because of this whole he doesn't have legs conversation, all of those type of things, which I think is rubbish because you don't really need legs when you're higher up the pitch. You need his quality and you need his passing. And I think all of that type of stuff is still there in his game. We saw that assist that he had against Southampton for that Ahmad goal, the winner, the 2-1, sorry. Quality, absolute quality. And then yesterday too, I thought he had a very, very good performance. Some of the corners he was taking, the free kicks he was taking, much, much better than what I see from Bruno all the time. The Bruno can't even beat his first man. It always ends up hitting the wall or it always gets cleared out.
Too late. Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. So your thoughts on the whole transfer stuff? Is there any player that you have identified that you kind of think we need to get into the club? All of those type of things. Yeah, give us your thoughts.
I agree with here's the thing. Obviously, there's players we want to leave. We want Garnacho gone. We want Rashford gone. We want Antony gone.
To be honest.
But we can't let them go if we don't have a plan. Because we're already limited in personnel.
Yes.
And this is just the unfortunate nature of where we are. So I'm happy if Garnacho leaves, but it's okay, do you have somebody in the academy we could use, like a Collier in the meantime until we get to the summer? And I just don't think that we have a wing back or a striker that we could bring up to replace, this personnel. So if we do, that's great. But for me, it's just making sure we're covered on all bases. Because if we have to deal with Garnacho till summer, whatever, I don't care. As long as he's gone in the summer.
You know what? I completely agree with you. Completely agree. Because right now, as much as I said the same exact thing, to be honest, as much as I love all these players that are getting linked to leaving our club, trust me, I'm the happiest about this. And if Garnacho leaves this January or if he leaves in the summer, I will literally be throwing a celebration party on this channel. You guys can all get the link. I don't even care. We're all going to celebrate. But the most important thing in terms of where we are in the season is we have to replace. We already have a thin squad.
Right?
We already have such a thin squad.
Right.
And we're getting rid of Antony, who was on the bench anyways, and we used to bring him on at the latter stages of the game sometimes. So we've already gotten rid of him. Garnacho's another one who's actually been consistently getting minutes under Ruben Amorim, being a starter or being another one who's off the bench. If he leaves, that's another attacking option that we lose out on. Rashford obviously being phased out of the team, so he's a little bit different because he hasn't been part of the squad. Yeah, he hasn't been.
I want to know your guys' thoughts because it's weird that he's there, but he's not on the bench. What's going on with that, you think?
Yeah. I was surprised because I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm sure you've seen it. We saw like that picture of him in training, and he was
Yes.
like happy and all of those type of things. And then all of a sudden, he's not getting selected in the squad again. The reports around Rashford have kind of died as well because I'm not hearing anything about Dortmund. I know Dortmund just sacked their manager, and they're
Yes, they
kind
did.
of getting. I think they're getting on the verge of getting rid of Adeyemi. So maybe they might look for a loan. Maybe Rashford might be that loan. That they might be. It could be like a deadline type of thing that some club just comes in and gets Rashford, but it's weird for sure. The one thing that I hate though is these reporters stay asking Ruben Amorim every single week
Oh my
about
god.
Rashford. And he's so fed up about it. I can tell that
Yeah.
he's so fed up about it. Like that last reply that he had where he's like, oh, if a player's not good enough, like if I don't think he's best for the team, I'm just not going to select him. I think that's purely frustration on the fact that you guys keep asking him this question. And
Right.
again, you only ask him this question when we lose. You didn't ask him this when we won
Right.
against Arsenal in the FA Cup. You didn't really ask him this when we had that good performance against Liverpool. Only
Right.
when we basically lose, you want to basically clip up Ruben Amorim, and you're trying to make this type of situation where you're trying to prove Amorim wrong. And I've seen this thing from his camp too. Right after that game, or right after when he was asked that question and the reply that he made, we saw tweets about, oh, Rashford is willing to still fight his way back into the squad. Rashford is still willing. He still loves this club. He still wants to play for this club. Like,
Give
despite
me a
all this
break.
treatment that he's getting, he still wants to show up. I've seen some foolishness like, oh, Rashford still shows up in the United kits and jerseys and all that. All right, bro, whatever. I think that's strictly PR, and I think they're trying to make this narrative that it's not Rashford's fault, it's Ruben's fault. That
Right.
Ruben is doing this like crazy thing of not of benching him and like exiling him from the team, which I hate. I
Yeah.
absolutely hate that. But we know how the media is when around Manchester United. We're a big club. We generate clicks every single day. We have news around the club every single day. But I'm tired of it, and that's really it. I just need this guy to go. Casper, if you're in the chat, pay up. Pay up, bro, Casper. He's a Barcelona fan. Pay up. We
Can
need this
he?
to happen.
Does he
Can
have
they?
the
Yo,
money
that
to
thing is,
do
yeah,
that?
that's true. Can they even like pay up for
You
him?
gotta be
Because
using
bro, they
Monopoly
struggle.
money.
Bro, seriously,
This
they
man,
struggle
this man could
to.
go sell some grass to buy Rashford, bro. Like, this man
You
could
know
come
they're
up
gonna
with the
do.
funds,
You
bro.
know they're gonna do like some sketchy shit. You know they're gonna
Yeah,
do some
man.
sketchy shit. But
They
I
have
think,
to.
yeah, no, for sure.
I've never seen a club struggle for money and still sign bare players. It's like, are you really poor? Are you really broke?
I
It's like,
know.
what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
man.
one
So
hundred
these man
percent,
sell some grass, sell some seeds, sell pieces of furniture. I don't care, man. Let's get this guy out of my club, man. This
one
Rashford
hundred
guy.
percent. 100%. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I would say about that is like I'm Rashford, like cool. These guys, like again, eventually if they leave in January, they leave in the summer. I know for a fact that he's gonna leave in the summer because one thing is that I will say this as well is Rashford under previous managers, he's thrown a lot of previous managers under the bus. Be it like I could talk about every single one. The one thing that
Mhm.
I've seen about Rashford every single time a new manager comes in, we get that annual post on Instagram or on Twitter where
Right.
he's like, "I'm so excited with this new manager. I'm looking forward to things." And a big ass smile on his face when he's training on that first day. And then you find out about it later that he's throwing these managers under the bus. The reason why this is different this time is because I feel like Ineos are actually backing him. The fact that he's exiled Rashford from the team, which we haven't seen from any of these previous managers before, they're actively looking to actually sell him too. And they know about this whole price cut, the money that we're going to lose on him, this wages and all of those type of things. I feel like now they're actually looking to get rid of him and they're actually backing Ruben Amorim in doing that. So I think in terms of that, it's a little bit different from our previous regime and all of those type, and previous managers. However, we just have to see it happen. It's one of those things where it's past us looking at can we get any return? Can we get any, how much money are we going to get back from this Rashford thing? Who's going to pay his wages? All of those questions. I think it's due like it's been so long and it's been enough time for us to stop caring about those things. I hate that we all of a sudden become financial analysts when it comes to shit like
Right.
this. Like it's not our money. First of all, it's not our money. Like it's not your money. It's not our money. I don't care. The most important thing is that we need to get them gone because it's a shift in culture. It's a shift in a lot of things of how our club has been running for the past couple of years where we've allowed players to just walk over this club.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that needs to change. So be it Bruno, be it Garnacho, be it Rashford, be it Anthony, be it any of these type of players, they need to go. But like Sunshine said, spot on, we need to get players in. And I think that's the most important thing currently in this situation.
Yeah,
Shout out
because
to Flawless every
if
single
somebody
time.
gets hurt, we're already out
Yeah.
of Luke Shaw and Mason Mount, right? And
yes,
I know he said they're supposed to be coming back, but it's like, okay, when?
yeah.
Like,
When they come
it's
back,
just
it's like he's gonna get injured again.
I
Mason Mount,
know.
like, yeah, Luke Shaw, same thing. He's too busy making TikToks and shit, man. Like he don't care about playing on the pitch. And if you probably try to see where he is right now, he's probably in the drive-through of McDonald's or Burger King, if we're being honest. But
Facts.
it is what it is. But yeah, let's talk about the main topic I think that everyone has been waiting for is Garnacho to Chelsea. What are we saying about this? Garnacho to Chelsea. Sunshine, your thoughts on it. Lucian will get your thoughts on it too. But Garnacho to Chelsea, 60 million M's is what the price tag is. Isn't that crazy and unbelievable? Like 60 million M's for
It
someone like
is
Alejandro Garnacho?
for
Absolutely.
a work rate merchant,
Work
absolutely, but they
rate
can take
merchant.
him.
Nacho, 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 Nacho. Flawless nose, man. Flawless nose. But yeah, Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea. I was on Lewis's channel yesterday, and even though like I was being a little bit like, oh, like fuck you guys deserve Alejandro Garnacho for the Mason Mount shit and all for taking Sancho away from us and stuff as well. I completely understand their frustrations because, like Sunshine said, what does he really provide on the pitch? Name me one thing in the chat. I'll actually ask the people in the chat, any United fans. Name me one thing that Garnacho is genuinely good at. Genuinely. Like one thing that you could say that he really excels at on the pitch. I seriously think it's zero. The only thing that he really provides to this team is that energy and just that work rate, like Sunshine said, and the press and all of those type of things. Because he doesn't have
He
the
doesn't
pace.
stop working. I'll give him that, and I appreciate that. Like I know if he's on the pitch, he's gonna work hard. Outside of that, he's gonna work hard to lose the ball. He's gonna work hard to kick it over the net.
Missing, yeah. His confidence. No, I hear it. No, you're spot on. Like he just work hard. That's really it. Work hard, merchant. Like, geez, man. But yeah, like we have to get rid of him. 60 million. I think, bro. I'd say 20 million, and I'd run. I'd take 20 million, and I'd still run. But the fact that they're still paying 60 million, and the thing with Chelsea is that I think it's more of a club signing instead of a Maresca signing, because I think Maresca's been talking about it that he said in this moment we really don't need wingers. However, the club is going for Garnacho, and the only thing that people can tell me when it comes to Garnacho is his potential, because he's 20 to 21 years old. He has a lot of like years still left to play for. He has been, let's be honest, he has been playing at a high level at a high club in terms of that. And I just feel like those are the only things that you can make up from this transfer is his potential. People love to bring
Sancho,
up
like put in a word or something. Like it just seems random.
I don't even think that. That's the thing. I don't even think that. I really just don't understand where
Sancho doesn't rate that guy still.
I really just don't know where this came from. I don't think Sancho rates him, if I'm being honest. I really don't. But it's one of those things where I can't seriously wrap my head around why Chelsea really want this player. Like genuinely, because they have their own problems. Obviously, the defense, Robert Sanchez in goal. They could get they need a striker to back up Jackson whenever Jackson's goals go dry. So it's like that 60 million could easily be split apart in different positions. However, they're splashing that on a guy who had what 13 goals in he has like 13 goals in like 80 appearances in all his years so far at Manchester United. He had 36 appearances last season. I don't know how many of those ones he started, but 36 appearances last season, and I think he only had 11 GNA, 7 goals and 4 assists. So you're paying 60 million purely based off of potential to sign a player like this who you can't even tell me what he's good at, which is crazy. But hey, if you go to a gas station and the cashier gives you back more change, you ain't gonna complain, are you? You ain't gonna complain. You know, you're just gonna take it. So as simple as that. And that's really what I would leave it at, to be honest. See what the chat is saying. They're saying big up to Don C every single time. You know what? I'm just gonna announce it right here since Don C is right here. Don C is going to be our newest addition to the Mud Brothers show.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, we have just signed him up. His negotiations were taking a while. You know, his agent is like very, very hard to work with. They were asking for a sign-on bonus, this and that, but we made it work. I had to cut Spooby's wages. Yeah, I had to cut Spooby's wages. So Spooby can hold that fraud. So I had to cut Spooby's wages. Bro, he went on vacation to India and he was spending hella shit out there. And he was like draining the bank account. So it is what it is. But I had to cut Spooby's wages. But yes, Don C on a reel will be He's our newest addition on the Mud Brothers show. You will see him every single Monday along with the rest of the panel. And yeah, I'm super, super happy. It's an absolute honor to have Don C on that show and on that channel for sure every single Monday. So yeah, appreciate you being on the chat, Don C. And I can't wait to see you on Monday. And we can't wait to cook. It's lovely to see that we can cook you as well, along with Eli whenever Arsenal moves. So it's good to have that. But yeah, let's see. Daniel says I can smell desperation. 100%. It's even that though, like desperation for Garnacho. Really, like desperation.
Can you?
Garnacho
I don't know if you want to, but can you share that tweet?
Yeah, I got you. I just seen that you dropped it.
Because like it's I feel like it's desperation on both sides, and I kind of just want to address like.
I see what you're doing.
It's just frustrating because like.
Guy, bro.
We need to call out the frauds.
Did you see?
We need to call out the frauds. This is the shit that I'm talking about. If we sell Garnacho, we're absolute idiots. One of the few bright sparks in this squad, we could actually.
I need everyone to understand this is a really, really big problem in our fan base because this is what we're fighting against.
Yes.
Right here. This is the biggest content creator in our fan base, and he's saying stuff like this. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we going to build with Garnacho?
What are we going to build with Garnacho? What? Like what? What is there to build about? There's nothing to his game. Okay. I seriously hoped Mark. I know he did. He saw yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was terrible from Garnacho. Absolutely.
He tweeted this yesterday.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. Like me and Flawless on the watch along were like, "Yo, Ruben, take him off before Chelsea fans take away their offer."
Yes.
Because like he was terrible. He basically that one chance where he had where I would say he missed an open net because it was terrible. It was awful. But we see this week in, week out, and I'm telling you, the one thing that I always criticize Garnacho about is the fact that we don't see any improvement in his decision making. Every time Garnacho has the ball, you guys can go on the watch along yesterday. Every time he has the ball, I just pray and I'm just yelling at the TV, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. And what does he do? He shoots. And what happens after that? Souvenirs in the crowd.
Yeah. And that's the same person who also tweeted that letter to keep Erik ten Hag. And this is the only thing that I have to say. If you're a fan of football at all, you can listen to both sides, but just use your eyes, okay? Yeah. Think. Don't just follow people because they have a lot of clout or whatever. You have to make sure you know what you're doing and pay attention to what's actually going on. Because Erik ten Hag didn't need to stay, and Garnacho needs to go, okay? Yeah. There's nothing we're not saying we hate the guy or we don't want him to succeed. If he goes somewhere, I hope he has a great career. Same with Rashford or whoever else leaves. It's just not going to happen here. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm so tired of this. Like, it's like they're picking like players and managers over our club. And you can't do that. Like, especially at Manchester United. Are you? Absolutely not.
Here we go. We already have someone in the chat right now talking about this. She guy is toxic. You're toxic. Hey, bro, if you don't want to watch, if you think I'm toxic, you don't have to watch it. Honestly, you really don't. And again, this is what I said. This whole potential shit always comes up. Garnacho has potential. He's still 20 years old. He's all this conversation's cool. What potential does he have? Because he's played 80. He's had 80 appearances at this club. 80 appearances. What potential are we talking about?
And comparing him to Ronaldo is crazy.
Crazy. The things that we saw from Ronaldo at this age is miles ahead of what we see from Garnacho. Yo, you man got gassed up by one Puskas goal, which, by the way, he didn't score for like 3 or 4 months last season. But people are so quick to forget that. And another thing I want to really quickly talk about with this whole Mark Goldbridge thing is where's the energy for Rasmus Højlund? Where's the energy for players like that?
That's his boy, bro.
That's because
he got an interview.
That's his boy.
Yes, and he doesn't talk shit about Garnacho. Why, Sunshine? Because he wants an interview with Garnacho. And trust me, bro, he ain't gonna give it to you. So this shit needs to stop. This shit really needs to stop. Did you watch the game yesterday? Of course I watched the game of yesterday, and he was not the man of the match.
What the heck?
That's the same rubbish that goldfish guy was saying. He said the same thing.
Yeah, I got time today. I got time.
Man of the match?
Man said Garnacho played better than Ahmad. You know, when I heard that, I was like, yep, that's enough internet for me.
He didn't even play better than Erickson. What are we doing?
I got time today. Hold up. Let's pull up his stats from yesterday. Let's see.
What are we doing?
Crazy.
Bruno had a better game than him. Bruno,
yeah. Bruno did actually. Yeah. Bruno did. He was good. Okay, bro. All right. He was good. Cool. All right. Bring some actual stats. How was he? See, this is see, Eddie. I know you're trolling.
Yeah, he's totally trolling.
Yeah. See, I know. He said you didn't see the step overs. See,
I
know
hear
you're
it, man, Eddie.
and you're trying to sell. Yeah, you're just hoping that Chelsea fans are listening. I don't have a weird agenda, bro. I really, really don't. I just support this club, and when I see that players are not good enough for this club, I want them out. And it's not just Garnacho.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot of other players as well.
I do have an agenda, and it's I want Manchester United to succeed. Okay, that's my only agenda. All right, and if that's a problem, sorry.
Don't watch. Simple as that. If you guys think I have an agenda, if you think I'm toxic, don't watch. Go continue watching Mark Goldbridge, because that's what you guys always do. You guys always come with these opinions. Every single thing that Mark Goldbridge says, you guys say the same thing. You don't actually look at games. Why are you hating on your own players? I'm not hating. I'm just saying they're not good enough for this team. I'm just saying they're not good enough for this team. What is he good at? Let me ask you right now, United Forever. What is he good at? Tell me. Name me. And don't tell me about potential, because I ain't hearing that shit. Tell me on the ball, ability-wise, on the pitch, what is he good at? What is he good at? I'm waiting. I have time for you today, bro. I know I have to go to work later, but I have time for this. I always have time for this. And I'm going to pull up his stats right now. Don't even worry about that, too. Let's see. 1 second. But yeah, tell me. What is he good at? What is he good at?
Daniel.
Yeah, Predator, don't let them silence you. It's crazy. Let me see. Where is this game at? Yo, SofaScore is tripping.
But like Daniel taking the piss, you know.
I know.
Yeah, for real. Shout out Eddie every single time. He says shout out Lucian and Sunshine and Head Honcho. Chic, always some real ones. Appreciate you, Eddie, every single time. Appreciate you.
Lucy, I want to, while you're looking that up, just to change topics a bit. Do you guys feel that people are on Lenny Euro a little bit too much?
Yeah, I hate that Mons always be trying to do. You've seen me in the chat, Sunshine. I hate it when he tries to do that thing with Lenny Euro.
Because people legitimately said he had a bad game, and I didn't think he played bad yesterday.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
The thing is, with him, I like him a lot here, but I just wish he could add just a little bit of aggression to his game.
Yeah,
that's my only problem. But apart from that, man, scam, bro.
But do you think he can get that through, like, Amarim? Because he's 19, right? I don't think he hasn't been here long. Maybe Mazraoui or Delic can light that fire under him, but I just don't understand how we're comparing him to, like, Varane, and people are like, he's terrible. He's not going to be Varane. I'm like, who even did that? Like, nobody said that.
I can't see the similarities, because like this day he's composed on the ball. He looks Rolls Royce. Composure. But
can you please read his comment?
Yeah, I'm reading. I was just pulling up the thing.
I think he needs some man strength still, Euro, because that was it against Southampton, that number 20, like, I could understand, like, he didn't want to get close to him, and then when he kicked the ball and ran, like, he tried to hold him with his arm, and you could see, like, he ain't got the strength. So maybe he just need to get some man strength. That will come in time with age, but he's a good player still. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's a very good player.
100%. Let me just respond real quick to some of these comments, bro. He's good at creating chances and defensively, and you feel something is going to happen when he gets the ball. Did you feel something yesterday when he had the ball, when he hit the woodwork? When he had like 2 shots on target which were blocked, and where he was in the game in that situation as well, the position on the pitch where he shot from. And you're talking about he's our second highest goal scorer. Bro, we are 13th in the league. 13th in the league, and we want to talk about he's our second highest goal scorer. Someone also mentioned that, he scored in the FA Cup final. Do you guys even remember the goal he had in the FA Cup final? Please. It was a mistake from the defender, and he had an open net. Let's not do this. Let's seriously not do this, bro. Don't let the hate blind you. So you're the same person who's saying you're the type of guy who rates a bum like Sancho, but I'm the one who's hating on Garnacho right now. And you're talking about someone who's not at our club anymore. When you're talking about someone who's not at our club anymore.
We never called Garnacho a bum, by the way. You started name calling. Just
yeah, you started calling him all these things. We didn't even call him a bum, but fuck that. He is a bum. I'll call him a bum right now. Yeah, he is a bum. Fuck that. Seriously, I hate this shit. By the way, I'm still waiting. You haven't told me. You've just told me that he's good at creating chances and defensively. So is Bruno. So is Bruno good at creating chances, but that's besides the point. He has 80 appearances at our club. He's been given more time than any of our wingers, people. Any of our wingers. He's been given more time by Ten Hag than any of our wingers. So I don't want to hear this shit about he has promise and all of those type of things. Vinny had promise. When Vinny started off his career at Real Madrid, he wasn't the best, but there was promising signs. He had talent. He had a lot to his game that I can tell you. Garnacho doesn't have pace. Garnacho can't finish. Garnacho, I don't know what he said. He creates chances, but I don't really think he can create chances. He's going based off of one game. What about the other games that we had? Talk about the game against Wolves. You won't speak about that because he came on and gave away a goal, and we ended up losing 2-0. We could have there was an opportunity for us to equalize in that game. Anything could have happened. But he came on the pitch, and he gave away a goal. So I want to hear this shit about, oh, there's potential. Yes, he doesn't have pace. Yes, he doesn't have pace.
Slow,
bro, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. Seriously, you are tripping. But anyways, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. If you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to be here just spewing hate in the chat. You can leave, honestly. I don't want any mods to ban you, but you can leave if you want, honestly, because I'm not going to have this back and forth conversation with you because you're just chatting shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just talking about one game. Literally one game. He wasn't even the best player on the pitch as you're talking about, oh, he's the man of the match. On SofaScore, they gave Bruno Fernandes the man of the match. So yeah, bro. Rattled? I ain't rattled, bro. Trust me. I ain't rattled. But it's cool. You can think whatever you want to think. But anyways, moving on to the rest of the stream. Fulham. We play Fulham on the weekend. I like what Flawless said too, and yeah. We're going to West London. Let's just drop off Garnacho in West London. Yes. It's right there. It's right there. Let's just drop him off there and then let those guys pretty much think about it. But Sunshine, we'll go to you. What lineup do you want to see against Fulham? Because obviously goalkeeper's been a big issue. Bayindir, I've been saying this, Bayindir, since he had that Tottenham game, he's kind of turned things around. He's been playing a lot better than what he showed us in that Tottenham game, and those mistakes that we saw in that Tottenham game, it looks like he's pretty much turned it around. So what lineup would you go with in that in terms of who we should start against Fulham? And it's going to be a tough game because Fulham it's always a tough place to go, and they've got some players. Yeah, they've got some players. So
I think I still keep Onana in goal. Hot take, but I don't know. I think Bayindir, he's doing well, but just keep him in like the non-Premier League games for now and just let him continue to get comfortable. Then you can always take him out if needed. But yeah, and then I'm going Euro. I liked Euro Delit Lissandro, which is I think what we had yesterday. I like that. I think instead of having Dalot, though, I put Mazraoui out. He's not hurt, right? He was just out, right? Yesterday?
I think he was just out. Yeah, I think he was just out.
So I wouldn't start.
I think he was on the bench. I'll check the lineup. I think he was on the bench. Actually, he wasn't. So I think he was maybe just given a rest. Yeah. Okay.
Because I would have him in. Him and Højlund. I mean, not Højlund. Him and Ahmad as the wing backs. Yeah. In the middle is where it gets interesting. I like Eriksen in a 10. Okay, I'm trying to think what I want to do here. Because I liked Collier. I don't think Collier is going to start in a Premier League match, though. So I don't know. I like Bruno in the middle. I don't know what I want to do. Xerxes obviously up front. Bruno with. See, I kind of want to put Manu and Eriksen.
Big up to you, Daniel, every single time.
Okay. Ugarte. Okay, Ugarte and Bruno in the middle, and then Manu and Eriksen in the 10s with Xerxes up front.
I rate that. Yeah, 100%. I do want to see Collier start, to be honest. I want to see him start maybe with Ugarte, see how that works. Have those two type of profiles there, even though I think there needs to be some sort of balance. That's why sometimes we see someone like Bruno, someone like Ericsson in that 8, in that pivot, sometimes someone like Manu as well, because one of those guys has to do the whole destroyer type of role where you have to win the ball back, try to win the ball back
Yeah.
every single time we lose it. And then one of them has to be that balance that provides the passing ability. Manu, we kind of see it at times, even though I think he's more equipped to be in that 10 because he's better in tight spaces and he's better more in terms of link up. However, Ruben has been starting Manu in that 8 position, so I think that's something that he's gonna go with. Yesterday, when Manu came on the pitch as well, I think that's where he played. Like I was telling Flawless, I really hope he's in the 10. I really hope he's in the 10. But Bruno was the one who got moved up to the 10, and then Manu took his spot. But yeah, I think
that kind of messed up our rhythm.
It definitely did. It definitely did. I'd agree with you. I'd say Michelle says Bindier should start. I think so too. I think Bindier has done enough for me in these past couple of games to warrant to start. Now, however, if Bindier starts falling off in consecutive performances, then yeah, it's one of those things where we need a goalkeeper. We know that we need a goalkeeper, and hopefully we go into the summer to try to address this situation. Yo, can someone just ban this guy because he's just here just waffling, honestly. Just someone just ban this guy because he's just here waffling, to be honest. But you always complain. All right, bro. You're the one who literally called Sancho a bum, but cool. It is what it is. But yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where if it comes to a point where Binder doesn't gets into a bad run of form, then cool. Rotation's always there. And I think that's why you need to always have competition for a spot so that you can fight for that spot. So yeah, it's one of those type of things where I think Binder should definitely start. Our back 3 should be pretty much the same as yesterday. I would say Lisandro Martinez, I think, should play as well. That pass that he had for the goal to Bruno,
so
top
good
quality. And yo, he's actually been showing that he's good on the ball.
Thing that I have to say, if you're a fan
like
of
that goal against Liverpool, that pass to Ahmad against Manchester City, the pass yesterday to Bruno, quality, and I can't really complain. And even defensively, I thought he did really, really well. So he has to start. Euro could start too. I'm cool with that. De Ligt has to play. De Ligt was very, very good yesterday. We had to manage his minutes though. That's why he got taken off. And then we had to see that guy Harry Maguire. Fucking hell, he missed another sitter.
I know.
And then he'll just let that over the top ball just go through. So it is what it is. Yeah, appreciate it, Lucian. Appreciate it. That guy was just waffling, to be honest. It is what it is.
Yeah, he is pissing me off, man.
But yeah, I'm cool with that back 3. Midfield, I would personally go with Collier and Ugarte just to try it out to see how it works. If it doesn't work, I know he'll make the change. Front 3, play.
Wait, who are your wing backs?
Oh yeah, my wing backs. Mazraoui will be one of the wing backs, and we really don't have anybody else. It has to be Diogo Dalot, unfortunately. But you know what? Actually, I'll start Malacia because I thought Malacia was good yesterday.
Okay.
Malacia, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Malacia being on the pitch yesterday moved Diogo Dalot to right center back.
Yeah.
And he was doing well in right center back. Like there were moments where he was playing that over the top ball, just like how Lisandro does from that center back position. And then you don't have to see him struggle in our front 3, like when he's trying to help out our front 3 in the final third. Because Diogo Dalot struggles in our final third. So we don't have to see those things from him when he's playing as that right center back. But try Malacia. I thought Malacia's cameo yesterday was cool. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad either. So try him out. See if all those type of things work. Again, one of the things that I've been applauding Ruben for, and I was very happy to see yesterday, is that he's just not sitting there and is like, let me just keep trying the same thing again and again and just hoping that it's going to work. He's genuinely adapting. And when we talked about this whole adapting thing, he's trying different players in different positions just to see what output he can get from them. One thing that nobody can tell me is that he's not given anybody a chance. He's given every single person a chance in the squad. And talk about maybe it could be like a run of games. That's a whole different conversation. But he's given everyone a chance in the positions that he thinks those people could excel in. And they haven't been working out for whatever reasons. But the fact that he's giving these people a chance shows that he really is here to try to make things work. And he believes so much in this idea, this system that he has, and the way that he wants us to play. So I give him so much credit, and that's why I'm backing him till how much ever I can, and he's my manager 100%. So try Malacia. We'll see how that works. Malacia and Mazraoui are probably going to be our wing backs. I'll even say this. I don't mind Ahmad going into the wing back again. If it means that we have to see Ericsson and Kobbie Mainoo in those 10s, I'm cool with it. Cool. 100%. I'm cool with that. Play Ahmad as a wingback on the right-hand side. Play Malacia as the left wingback. Try Eriksson and try Mainu. Mainu's good in those tight spaces. He has very, very good link up with Xerxes as well. And he's just good in link up with players in general. Though those areas of the pitch is where he really excels at.
Right.
The thing where he kind of seems like overwhelmed is when he's running around a lot, because we know that he doesn't really have the build for it, the stamina.
I feel like that's when he's paired with Bruno.
Yeah, when he's paired with Bruno, the guy's just running around like a headless chicken, and it just sucks because it is what it is. That's what happens when you have another guy who's running around, who has this like free roam type of role in our team. So, and Xerxes yesterday again showed me way more than he literally does the same thing that Hoyland be trying to do, which is hold up play, and he just does so much better at it. Like, he can actually find a player. There are times where he even keeps the ball and can beat a press and can get past players, and those are the things that you like. Yes, we don't think he's the best finisher, and yes, we don't think he's the best in front of goal. Cool. That's where we prioritize our system to create goals like that for us. We don't really rely on Xerxes to, score outside the box screamers and all of that type of stuff. We allow the system to try to create goals for that. So I'm totally fine with Xerxes starting. He should play. Michelle says Mazraoui, Euro, Delict, Martinez, Dallo, Ugarte, Collier, Ahmad, Xerxes, Bruno would be my preference. I'm not even mad at that, because I hear that. Some of the players, I know we have no other option but to play them, but I'm not mad at that at all. And then he says Onana, Ahmad, Mazraoui, Delict, Martinez, Dallo. So you have Ahmad and Dallo playing as wingbacks. Ugarte, Mainu in the midfield. Xerxes, Bruno, Garnacho's Amram lineup. Yeah, I could see him doing that just based off of what he has done in before, like the lineups that he's put out before. But the lineup that I said, I think that would be the best lineup for me, to be honest. Lucian, we'll go to you. What do you think is going to be your lineup for Fulham?
Yeah, bro. My lineup would be Biinda in goal, because I'm not trying to say Onana no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. I 100% hear you.
My back three is Mazraoui, Delete, and Euro. Because Mazraoui wing back, I'm sorry. He just going forward.
Yeah, he gets cooked. He gets cooked. Even defensively now.
Yeah.
Brighton, he was at fault for some of our goals, like the first goal.
Yes.
The second goal too. Like, yeah, he's been at fault for some goals recently. And
The
I think it's
second one, I'll mainly put that on Onana as well, because Dallo has a bit. I don't want to think about guy. But yeah,
Dallo, we know the guy was left-footed, and Dallo let him cut on his left foot.
But where he crossed that ball, I still think Onana could have gathered that, because it was literally like in the 6-yard box. Like, for me personally, any ball that travels in your 6-yard box should be keeper's ball.
Yes.
So because 100%. Man wrecked himself on the post and them thing there, to defend. Like,
he barely even tried, like Onana. Yeah, he barely even tried.
So right wing backs, I will have Ahmad right wing back, and I will play Malacia left wing back.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my midfield, 2, I would go Collier and oh my days, it's tough, because Ugarte and Bruno, this man is so meaty, man, and Mino just not working the 8. So
yeah, 100%.
The best out of a shit bunch, man, I'll go with Bruno, because at least he pisses me off less when he's in the 8.
He's more contained, which he needs.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm just always nervous with is that he loses the ball a lot, and I don't want him to lose the ball when he's playing in that pivot, because then it leads to them, the opposition team, sometimes just being one pass away, being through on goal. Like, literally, that's what happens. So I hate that, but I hear it.
He's basically picking the best shit out of shit. It's like, which one you rather, horse shit, cow shit, or cat shit? Like, so I prefer cat shit. So yeah, so Bruno and Collier in my midfield 2. For my 2 10s, I would have Mino, but we know it's never gonna happen. But I will still hope and pray. I'll have Mino and Eriksson in my 2 10s, and obviously Xerxes. Like, man's not trying to see Rasmus Hoyland anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That guy, every time I see, he pisses me off.
You don't want to watch him wrestle? Come on.
Yeah, you don't want to watch him.
We can watch Monday Night Raw.
That's the thing. Yeah, we'll
watch Monday Night Raw. I watch SmackDown. I have enough wrestling consuming for the week, bro. So man don't need to see this guy always on the, like, it's weird. Like, man backs up on the man them, and he's always on the floor. Like, what are you on, bro?
Bro, literally,
It's so
bro.
true.
Tell me
Like,
about it.
what
Like,
are you
please.
on? It's like, and then when Garnacho didn't pass him the ball the last time, I think it was against Southampton. I can't remember which team. A man kicked the post. I'm like, this youth, man, you need help, you know.
Yeah. Nah, I
Yeah,
hear
so
you.
yeah, that's my team. Like, but the thing is with that team, yeah, like, who you gonna bring off the bench? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
there is no one to bring off
100%.
the bench. Everyone is needy, man. So we need so many players. I can't
Yeah.
lie, bro.
I know.
100%. Again, goes back to the conversation of, yo, get these deals done, man. What are we fucking waiting for? Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need when like Patrick Dorgo, I'm not even gonna lie, like yeah, he could potentially, because he is of a wingback profile, which also means that when you're of a wingback profile, you can sometimes play as a winger as well. So that could be another option too. Slot him in
Mm-hmm.
that 10 position. See what he can do then. Like if we get a player like that, a profile like that, it's just again so many options we could have by getting these type of profiles into the team. So get it done, man. Ineos, get it done, man. Seriously, get it done. Mohammed says Binder, Delict, Euro, Maza, Dallo, Malasia, Bruno, Ogarte, Menu, Ericsson, Xerxes. So he went with pretty much the same front three that I was saying. Bruno and Ogarte in the
Mm-hmm.
midfield, Malasia, and I'm guessing Dallo as the wingbacks,
Mhm.
and then Delict, Euro, and Mazarawi as the center backs. Yeah, I'm cool with that. These
Mhm.
are all good lineups to be fair, but we just have to see what Ruben Amorim comes out with. So cool. Predictions. What are we saying for predictions? This is the tough part. Obviously, every game now is a must win.
Oh,
We have to win every single game. We have to get the result. Let's just be honest. Like, let's not do this whole United positivity type of thing. Let's just be honest. Do you guys think we can win this game against Fulham?
It depends on
it
what
did.
team shows up.
Yeah,
Is it the team that
exactly.
plays Liverpool or the team that played Brighton?
You're
Like,
right. You're right. You're actually right. Let me look at their past
Yeah.
results too. See how they've been playing. Let's see. So let's see. They beat Leicester City in their last game. They
what was the
lost
score?
to West 2-0. But it's Leicester
Okay.
City. They've been terrible. Like they've actually
Yeah.
been terrible. Then they lost to West Ham away. I think that was Graham Potter's first game. I could be
Oh
wrong.
yes.
Then they won in the FA Cup against Watford. Championship side beat them 4-1. Then they played against Ipswich Town, drew to them at home. They're currently
Oh.
10th in the Premier League. They're higher than us in the table. So this is a must-win game. Because if we beat them, I don't even think we catch up. Yeah, we don't, because we're 7 points off of 10th place, which is actually fucking crazy. 7 points off of 10th place. So, yeah, eight wins for them, 9 draws, 5 losses, 33 points. Don't even know who their most informed player is. I'm gonna say it's that Muniz guy, that striker, Rodrigo Muniz. But last year they beat us at Old Trafford. I remember that
Yes.
game. I remember waking up for that game at like 6 a.m. some
Yeah.
atrocious time, and I just saw a loss, like as always under Ten Hag. But yeah, last year they beat us at Old Trafford. I don't remember the result away, but I think we had a last minute winner. I think Bruno scored in that game. We won 2-1. But that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with 2-1. I think we can win this. I think we definitely, based off of this Rangers form, the Rangers game, the chances still need to be there. Depends obviously on the lineup that we play. Let's see how we can create and who we have out there on the pitch. But going off of Fulham's form too, just based off of a 2-0 win against Leicester, Leicester haven't been good. We've been a little bit better defensively, even though sometimes we concede some stupid ass fucking mistakes. But yeah, I think we could get a win. I genuinely believe that. I think we can win 2-1. Genuinely believe that. So yeah, I'm going with 2-1 United. Goals from Xerxes and Ahmad. That's what I'm saying.
Who else?
Yeah. And I'd say I'll even say this: we're gonna concede first. I'll say this: we're gonna concede first. And it'll probably be maybe in the first couple of minutes. Who knows? But hey, man, if United Forever is here, you'd say I'm toxic. It is what it is. But cool. Sunshine, we'll go to you. Your predictions on this game before we close out.
I think I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
2-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we win.
First. That's fair enough. Lucian, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, same here. I'm thinking 2-2. Like I can't see us winning. Like, these men are so rubbish. Like we can win, yeah, because it's football.
Yeah.
It's football. Anyone could win a football game, but I ain't getting my hopes up for this man no more, bro. Like I'm tired.
I hear you.
I think
And
that's
not
the hard
until I see some players. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Not until I
It's
see
just
some
hard.
players come through, then I ain't gonna have some faith. Like I'm done with this team, bro.
Big up to you, Doncy. Love
Big
you
up,
every single
Doncy.
time, bro. Big up.
And I agree, and I think it's hard because on paper more than half the time, we're the better team on paper.
Yes.
Right?
We have control at times in the games too, but it's just like one instance just makes us switch off for some reason. I don't get it. And another thing that I've noticed too is that specifically in the Arsenal game and the Liverpool game, because those are the only like two good performances I can actually go back to. We scored a goal first, and then after that, I don't know why, but we just invite so much pressure. We invite so much of their attack. Like they're always peppering us after we go 1-0 up, and I don't get it. It's like we're supposed to establish some sort of control, and we do very well and specifically in those games, we did very, very well to go 1-0 up. And then after that, I don't know what happened. We just like Arsenal game, obviously Odegaard missed a penalty bit. They could have easily gotten 2-1 up in that game. And then who knows where we go from there with that red card. Liverpool, we did actually go 2-1 down in that game. And we crawled back with Ahmad, the goal to make it 2-2. But it's kind of becoming a little bit of a pattern where I think obviously it's again a lot to do with whatever we're doing on the pitch. I don't necessarily think it's tactics by Ruben. I just think the pressure that we face in that moment. And also one thing to note as well is that we're playing in away grounds. Like I get it, the crowd has all of that's always a factor to play, and all of those type of things. But response, it's the energy. It's sometimes our heads drop when we go 1-0 up, which I don't get it. But it's really that. I just want to see us respond better to us going 1-0 up, establishing more control into the game. And yeah, just keeping that control. There's a lot of times where we have like 60% possession where we're just knocking on the door. But then yesterday showed that one over the top ball and a mistake from Maguire made it 1-1 and just stuff like that. So we'll see. Nothing's a given with this team currently at this moment. I can't confidently even say that we win 2-1, but I'm going to back the team. And yeah, let's go, man. 2-1 United is what I'm going to be.
Positive, Sheik.
Yeah, I am too positive. Yeah, but it's too positive for me apparently. So yeah, but anyways, cool. Big up to everyone. That has been episode number 4 of the Stretford Chronicles. Really, really appreciate Lucien being on the channel for the first time, making his debut and all of that. Just like how Garnacho is going to make his debut for Chelsea very, very soon. And then I also, really appreciate Sunshine being back on the channel too. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Sunshine FC on YouTube. I believe you're a little bit close to 2K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So go ahead, everybody in the chat right now, open that second tab. Her link is in the description of the channel as well. I'm going to add it to the title of the video. Go subscribe to Sunshine every single time, people. And yeah, thank you guys for being on the channel. Any final few things you have to say, Sunshine? Any shows you have coming up before we do close out?
Yeah, I will be doing watch-alongs tomorrow. So, tune in to those. We'll be watching some Premier League. We got fun games tomorrow. I think I think Bournemouth play Arsenal, I think. And then City obviously play Chelsea. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great weekend of football. So
there we go. Hey, Grim, I have something for you here. Pause, by the way.
What you think?
There you go. So it doesn't matter what you think. Yeah, there we go.
But thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And make sure you like and subscribe.
Every single time. You already know. Anytime. Yeah, Lucien, same thing for you. Do you have any channel?
Bro.
So shout out everything, man, and send me the link over too, so I can add it to the
description. I want to subscribe.
Because I wasn't sure. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for letting me thank you for letting me come on the show. Finally I get to chat to the man them with my voice and not just behind a damn keyboard, because that's boring. So I'm great. I'm glad I get to chat to you guys. And my channel is what you see, is Lucian Kid 758. Like I stream pro clubs nighttime. So if you guys wanna see haram football and still watch us win, that is the place. Actually, I need people to come in my chat here and put pressure on my player, because this man do some bullshit, man. Pisses me off. But
I hear you.
So
yeah. Go on. Sorry, my bad to cut you off.
But thanks for letting me come on, and then I'll put my channel in the chat for the people.
Yes, please do that so I can go ahead and add it to the subscription. So same thing, people. I'm gonna do this myself. Open the second tab, open a third tab, go subscribe to Lucien Kid 758 on YouTube. Sunshine, very kind of you to put it in the chat. Go subscribe to his channel right now. Click the link. It's very simple.
Oh, thank you.
Go click the link, subscribe to his channel real quick. I'm actually going to do this myself real quick. One second while I do that. But yes, go subscribe to everyone, man. Really appreciate you, Lucien, on the real. You actually support every single time. I see you in the chat for everyone. I see you in the chat for Flawless,
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine, myself. You really be supporting, so I appreciate every single thing that you do when it comes to support, bro. Your support goes on it definitely doesn't go unnoticed.
No worries, my G.
Every single time. So go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna do that myself real quick. Let me just open this.
If you wanna see Grim missing some open goals come true tonight, people. Got some Grim slander.
There we go.
Always down for that, you know.
See
Always
Grim
down
missing
for that. Shout out to
some
Grim
ones, you know. So.
Shout out to Grim.
I'm not lying still.
I know you aren't. You aren't. And yeah, sometimes you might even see me there because I'm waiting for Lucien to call me up. I'm waiting for Lucien to call me up.
Yeah, but you could pull up tonight, bro.
I wish I could. I have work today. I wish I could, but we'll definitely pattern something out. I'm trusting.
Yeah, whenever you're free,
let me know. I'm there. I will shout you 100%.
Yeah, because I already got you on PSN anyway, so it's coming.
That's right.
Yeah,
shout me, and I'll actually message you and be like, "Yo, are you running anything today? Because I'm free today." So yeah, we'll definitely pattern that. Grim says top score, put respect. Hey, if there's no videos about it, we ain't believing you. Just like Ronaldo said, all his 1,000 goals will be on film, so no one can ever say that he hasn't scored 1,000 goals.
I got streams on my channel already, so man them wanna go back and see Grim doing missing 1v1s, you know. He scores goals too, because you know Grim is Grim, you know.
Wait, Lucien, so are you saying Grim is a Kai Havertz in front of goal for your team? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, bro. I can't lie.
Oh, Grim, those are fighting words.
Grim is my G.
That's what I want to transfer. Hey man, the wages are too much, Grim. No one's paying your wages. That's the problem. Your wages are
too much. I think too much pressure, man. Because the man them keep saying like, you know, always when I'm there, that's when he misses chances. So I don't know what's going on. You know. So.
All right, big up. Before we do close out, let me just see who's live so I can go ahead and raid someone real quick. I think Sod is live. Yes, let's raid Sod.
That fraud.
Sod's channel. Yeah, that fraud real quick. So yeah, we're going to raid Sod's channel. Let me just set this redirect up real quick. Go to Sod's channel and write put in MR14 with this emoji. Put in MR14 with this emoji and write Chic Raid, MR14, Marcus Rashford 14, and Chic Raid. That's what we're gonna type in the chat. Let me just set this up real quick. Let me see 1 second. I'm so slow to all of these things, man. Should have already had this pattern up. Too. We ain't like Flawless, you know, a veteran in the game. Yeah, we ain't like Flawless. Shout out to Flawless as well for the raid earlier. Really appreciate that, Flawless. But cool. Yes, shout out to Lucien every single time. We can do it once more. We can do it 1,000,000 times. Shout out to Lucien a million times. The chat. Every single time. And
I got my family members in the chat showing some love still.
I love that, man. I love that.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Grim says, Sunshine, I thought you was my #1 supporter. I thought you were Kai Havertz's #1 supporter. But hey, I guess we all think things wrong, right? I guess we all do. But cool. Yes, we're gonna go raid Sod's channel, Sod's Football Corner. Type this in the chat: MR14 Chic Raid. Go ahead and type that in the chat. And yes, we will catch you guys in terms of what I have coming up. I'm busy a little. I'm actually very busy tomorrow, but Sunday we'll be back for the game. Fulham versus Manchester United. We'll be there for the watch along on Flawless' channel. Shout out to him. Check out the playback TV. We actually got clipped up, which is crazy. So
yeah.
We might, depending on how
you were going crazy,
bro. I absolutely lost my shit. I lost my shit because I couldn't believe what Onana did in that game, man. But it is what it is. So who knows? Depending on how the result goes, we might get clipped up again. But yeah, so go check out the playback. He also does a simulcast on the YouTube too. So make sure you guys go follow on the playback and also subscribe to his channel on YouTube and smash a like when he does that watch along. And then we'll be back for a match reaction immediately after the game, as normal. And then Monday we're back with the Mud Brothers, where we will see the debut of man like Don C on the channel, newest member. So I cannot wait for that as well. I can't wait so much. I'm so gassed. I'm literally so gassed just thinking about it. But yeah, appreciate all the support. Thank you to everyone. Big up, and we'll hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend or your great rest of your Friday. And yeah, as always,
Enjoy your
Arteta in.
Arteta in.